oh my God, everybody's looking. And simultaneously, I want everybody to look at me. I am sitting here in the parking lot, waiting to go pick my daughter up from school. And I brought my planner. I brought my astrology almanac, caffeine, and water. And the truth is I'm just kind of in a weird place right now. I have been a content creator of sorts, mainly a podcast host, but in truth, a content creator since 2020, 2021. And I've been really, really consistent in it since 2021, I would say. That's when I launched that witch podcast and my YouTube channel, and kind of everything blossomed from that point. I've been through ebbs and flows. You know, when I very first started releasing the podcast, I loved it so much. There was a point where I was releasing 3 episodes a week, and shocker, that was not sustainable, and I had to very quickly reel that in. But I have essentially released about 2 episodes a week for the vast majority of the life of my podcast. And this has kind of been coming for a while, but something has to give. That's the truth. It's a truth I've been really trying to ignore and deny for a really, really long time. But the truth is that something has to give. The calendar is too full. There's not enough room. There's not enough room to do all the things that I want to do. I mean, I'm sitting here and you can see, does that look like a tiny bit? No. And this is just the bulleted version. This isn't even the weekly detailed actual to-dos of every day. That's just the monthly overview of appointments. Something has to give, and I don't know what that is. And I don't know what it looks like. But I've been feeling this shift for a really long time, and I've been really afraid of it because it requires a level of visibility I've never had before, and that feels like a lot. I have so many cheerleaders. So many of you watching this right now are a cheerleader of mine. You all know who you are. So many of you tell me, I'd love to see more of you and hear more of what you have to say. There's, and increasing my visibility feels really big. Feels really daunting, if I'm being honest. It feels super daunting. I'm feeling pre-exhausted about it. I look at so many content creators and I'm like, there's elements of this I'm very envious of. I would really like. These things inspire me. I would like this level of growth, of success, etc. And there's a lot of shit that they have to deal with that I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. And I really think that what's happening, I think that my witchcraft practice and my astrology practice is shifting with my life and is shifting with my business right now. And that's okay, but that feels very, very personal. And I'm a little nervous to share that part. But I do think it's an important part to share. My astrology practice and my witchcraft practice are evolving and shifting alongside all these other transitions in my life I'm having right now. That's the truth, and it feels really good to say that out loud, honestly. It's hard to get to a certain level with astrology, and you're learning from all these amazing astrologers and content creators, and you're inspired by them, and it's so easy to get swept up in, well, I need to be reporting about that. I need to be giving my 2 cents about that. And the truth is that I can get like so one-track minded sometimes that I start really losing the witchcraft side of things. And so, I really spent this last year and a half or so trying to really bring witchcraft more to the forefront of my content and my business model. And then I start feeling like I'm losing the fucking astrology. So the thing of it is that I think up until this point in my life, these things infuse together very fluidly. And in my business, in order to stay like organized and consistent, to be clear and to make sense, I get in my one track mindset. And I go all into one or the other, and I have this harder time blending the two together and like finding this harmony and this balance. And so something that I realized in the last few days, I mean, this has been coming to fruition for a while now, but I had a couple of dreams in the last couple of nights that really just kind of helped clarify a lot of things. But I show up in my teacher archetype in my content creation because that's like the safest for me, is to show up and teach you and show you something that I've learned, something that I've researched, something that I've experienced. And I feel so comfortable teaching. I just feel so comfortable teaching. If you know me in my personal life at all, you know that I also feel very, very comfortable sharing and telling stories. I talk a lot. But for some reason in my content, I have this immediate inner voice that's just like, nobody cares about this, nobody cares about this, nobody cares about this. And I have wanted to vlog for a really, really long time. I've wanted to vlog for a really long time. And I've kind of mentioned that in little ways, but I don't know that I've ever fully out loud expressed how deep that goes and how long I've actually wanted that, because it's a lot older than That Witch Next Door. It's a lot older than Instagram. I don't know that it's older than YouTube. YouTube's pretty old at this point. YouTube's pretty old. But I have wanted to vlog for a really, really long time, and I'm starting to realize that's where this little inner voice is coming from. It's because I really want to do it. And that makes it really scary because it's so personal. Showing up and vlogging is so personal. If you talk shit about a subject that I teach you, whatever. That subject is bigger from me. It wasn't born in my life. Like, I'm a student of it, and I'm sharing what I know of it, but it doesn't belong to me. But a vlog belongs to me. It is my life. It's very, very personal. And I think that little voice is this projection of this fear of negative reception of a vlog. Any bully I ever experienced in my life, any critic I ever experienced, any toxic relationship I ever experienced, all those voices of my past show up in these projections and are like, you're gonna vlog. And I've been working really, 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 really hard on letting those voices fade out a little bit more, or at least into the background. And I'm trying to really turn up the volume on the voices of my cheerleaders. And again, you know who you are. And I think that's a lot of this funk that I've been feeling. If you've been listening to the podcast, keeping up with me at all, you know that life was kind of in the toilet for the first couple months of this year. Shit got really, really hard. And I feel like I'm slowly starting to find some routine, and there's a lot of improvement in a lot of areas, which is good. But I'm emerging in this weird, funky headspace. And I really, really think that what this headspace actually is this active shift happening. And that shift is not only reflective in my own personal witchcraft and astrology practice, like I said, but it's going to be reflected in my content. It's going to be reflected in my business. And I think that I'm merging this podcast host with vlogger, with content creator, with just Danny, that witch. And we're going to see where it takes us, and we're going to see where it goes. And even right now, as I talk to you, there's parents pulling into parking spaces around me. My Leo rising is screaming at me a little bit, like, people are watching you. But the truth is that, like, honestly, everybody's in their own world, and anybody who is watching me, who cares? I am excited to honor my inner child and my inner teenager who has wanted this for a long time. And this is my Leo rising too. You know, the shadow side of that Leo energy is, oh my God, everybody's looking. And simultaneously, I want everybody to look at me. And finding this weird, humbled, yet still proud balance between the two, it's a little bit exhausting, but here we are. A dream is a dream. And I also believe that this is something I'm good at. I think that I've made so many connections in my life since I just even stepped into just the in general professional metaphysical space, let alone once I really started my own business and my own podcast and forming my own community. So just like I was talking about recently on the podcast about I love writing, and I'm going to continue writing more and really getting back into this talent and skill that I have of long form writing. I am simultaneously going to do this, something that is both a little new and a little not new. You know, I'm no stranger to like showing up on video and like talking with all of you, but to do this more and more from the position of a vlog like this, where it's more conversational, just sharing my life and my thoughts, it does feel really vulnerable, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and I am excited about that. I might be feeling very, very, very scared while I say that, and I'm also feeling excited about it. So I hope that you will stick around. I hope you'll subscribe and follow and continue learning from me in my educational content, but continue getting to know me and connect with me through more lifestyle content like this. And I hope that it brings you whatever value you get out of it. Entertainment, inspiration, connection, validation. And I really appreciate you being here. Thanks, neighbor. I hope that you're out there staying safe wherever you are, and you're making sure to let yourself have fun no matter what. And of course, stay magical, my friend.